Hey guys, today Matt and I are going to show you how to make 3 of our favorite high-fat snacks that take you less than 5 minutes to make. These are snacks we make very often and they're really easy to make, so we didn't think they required separate videos, so one video is going to show you how to make 3 incredible recipes. We've got bulletproof bone broth, crispy Parmesan hard-boiled eggs, and what is this called? Chocolate fluff. Chocolate fluff in a bowl. And chocolate fluff in a bowl. That's a really bad name, we just came up with it. But once you eat it, it doesn't need a name, it's super delicious. Let's get to the recipes. First, we're gonna do my personal favorite. This is a bulletproof chicken broth or bone broth. You can do beef, vegetable broth, whatever you want. So I have a couple options here I'm gonna show you. So this is the chicken broth I always get. And I like to have it in the fridge or in my pantry because you can always add it to like recipes like chilies or soups, but it's great for this high-fat snack. We also have this Lono Life chicken bone broth. It's really, really delicious. I highly recommend this. And then another good brand is Kettle and Fire. They also have different bone broths and really good ingredients. Bouillon cubes are another option, and those are always good to have on hand for recipes and for a recipe like this. So next is add-ins. I like to do, depending on the day, I like to do butter or butter and heavy whipping cream. You can also shoot for some MCT oil. So those are the 3 I'll rotate between. Today, I'm going to make just a simple chicken broth, butter, bulletproof chicken broth. So I usually do 1 to 2 cups. So I'm gonna do 1 cup of chicken broth directly into the blender. And then I like to top it off with 1 to 2 cups of hot water. I have a tablespoon of butter here measured out. Add that in. And then salt always is a great addition to anything. I love putting a lot of salt in this. It also brings out the flavor. Before I blend this, I do want to talk about the broth when you're looking for something like this. Always check the nutrition. I try to look for 1 carb per serving, per cup at most. A lot will have 3, 4. So just make sure you check the ingredients and the nutrition. You can also check the sodium content. This 1 cup is 550 milligrams. That's a good dose, but if you're looking for a gram, then you'll add a 1/4 teaspoon. So let's blend this up. And then serve it up. Oh, that's really good. And that literally took me like 30 seconds. I usually like to drink this in the afternoon between my 2 meals to like just tide me over and to give me something filling. I also will drink it at night sometimes if I want like a nice little nightcap. It's warm. And then if you're not a coffee person, this is a great option for you if you want something in the morning to get some fat in before you actually eat your first meal. Over to Matt with the next recipe.
Next up, we are gonna make some crispy Parmesan hard-boiled eggs. So we're gonna start, we got 2 hard-boiled eggs here. So we're gonna cut this lengthwise in half. That looks pretty perfect to me. What do you think? Do you like it a little undercooked in the middle like that? Me too. So we got the eggs there, and then we're gonna get some freshly grated Parmesan cheese, except not freshly grated, pre-grated. I'm just gonna make a little pile here on the cutting board. Now the cheese is not gonna stick to the round end of the egg, it's only gonna stick to the inside. I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on each egg to make the cheese stick. You can also use like a spray. This might be avocado oil, I'm not sure. Okay, this is avocado oil. Make sure you kind of like get a good even coat on there. Now come on over to the stove. I have a pan here preheating. I'm gonna dip the eggs into the Parmesan cheese, just the one side. Press it down pretty hard. If not enough sticks, I like to just like put it on and press it in even more. Then just pop it in the pan. If the cheese falls off, kind of just like press it on top of where it fell and it'll melt right on. Now you mostly just want to let the eggs hang out for about 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, you can see the cheese starting to brown. I think we're good. Oh baby. I am going to flip it over and let it cook on this side too though, just to get the egg heated all the way through, or else it's kind of like cold but also hot on one side. And that is all there is to it. Check these out, guys. I like to top these with Italian seasoning and olive oil, but they're perfect like this as is. A lot of good options. Takes about 5 minutes, and it's just like a fun thing to have. You're doing Netflix or something. Make a bunch of these, hang out. So the next recipe is actually my new obsession and my favorite. Over to Matt for the last recipe. Last recipe, and this one is my absolute favorite. It's more of a dessert. I make this for after dinner a lot of the time. Anytime I'm having like a little bit of a higher protein dinner, I'll have this for dessert because it's just like pure fat, a little bit of carbs, but that's basically it. It is a whipped cream. It's pretty basic, but it's delicious. I like to do a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And then we're also gonna use this right here. You should be able to find this. It's in most grocery stores. It's whipped cream cheese. If you can't find this, you can just use normal cream cheese, or you could even use like ricotta cheese or mascarpone cheese or something. This is the best though. And it makes it more of a thicker whipped cream. It's not just like fluff. All right, so 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Now we're gonna whip the heavy cream, turn it into whipped cream. Should take just a minute or two. There it is. Now we're gonna need 5 drops of stevia, and 5 makes it the perfect sweetness. You don't need too much because the heavy cream and the cream cheese are both kind of sweet. So let's go with 5 drops. 2 tablespoons of this whipped cream cheese. If you don't have the whipped, you can probably just do 1 tablespoon of the normal cream cheese. And then 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. So when I'm making this with Mega and we're gonna like eat it together while we're watching TV or something, we do cocoa powder. But if I'm just making it for myself, I do almond extract instead. And I love almond extract, and it goes perfectly in this. So you can try that too. You can do vanilla extract, any kind of extract really. Then just mix all that together. And there it is, the perfect dessert, super high fat and very delicious. One other thing you can do, this is what Mega does. You don't use any heavy cream, but you use the cream cheese and sour cream, and then you sweeten it the same way, and that's more of a cheesecake. That's everything, guys. Now I am gonna taste them all. Bulletproof bone broth. Usually when I make this, I do butter and MCT oil. You can even do heavy cream, and you can also do some seasonings like garlic powder, onion powder, things like that. Delicious. And I don't like tea very much, and I'm always looking for a nice warm drink at night that isn't coffee because I don't want to have the caffeine. So this is perfect for that. And then these right here. These are some of my faves. What is this? Is this like a fur ball on it? Delicious. They'd be better though with some olive oil drizzled on top. Throw some red pepper flakes in there too. You can mix it in with the Parmesan cheese. And then this, this is the new obsession in my life other than PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds for Xbox One and Mega. This stuff is so good. I love adding the cream cheese in because you see how much thicker it is. And as I said before, go with, if you like almond flavoring, get some almond extract and use it instead of the cocoa powder. That's the way I like it best. This is my favorite. This is my new favorite thing. I like to make this and then put it in the fridge for a couple hours before I actually eat it, so then it's like more firm. If you do get the whipped cream cheese, this is only less than 1 gram of carb per 2 tablespoons. Then you combine that with a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. So this is like a really low carb, high fat dessert that you can feel good about. It's under 4 total carbs, probably like 2 net carbs. So if you're having trouble getting your fat in for the day, this is perfect. So that's the 3 recipes. I think we're gonna try doing a few more of these. We have some more ideas and a few more recipes for snacks that we make all the time that we wanna share, but they don't really deserve their own video because they're pretty simple. So let us know what you guys thought of this, and share any snacks like this that take under 5 minutes to make below in the comments.